Well, that looks bad now. Cut a chunk of wood out of the handle to make a handle. How about that? So I'm a little concerned about this, Josh. I don't want to break this bit.
Oh, that's so cool.
I try to pour it down one side so it'll run all the way to the bottom. I am super proud of this piece. Top of the good mythical, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. Morning to ya. All right, guys, we gotta make a handle from the handle and maybe pin the pin from the pin in the pin. I ain't talking about prison either.
Man, I don't know, this stuff is pretty splintery. I feel like if I just touch this, I'm gonna get splintered.
Caleb bought it. Okay, so first let's taper the tang. Right now the tang is really thick. We can grind it down into a taper and have it come down pretty thin down here. Down, 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 and down. I use down enough in that. Coffee break. All right, let's taper the tang. Kids, don't stick things in your ears unless they're earplugs. And even then, don't stick them in there too far. Now that the tang's tapered, put a file guide on here and mill some shoulders around the sides and get all this flat so the handle material will sit nice and flat against it. Give us a nice line to put the file guide onto. Now we'll mill some shoulders in there. All right. All right, I've got a nice tapered tang and a nice flat ricasso for the handle to fit up against. Now I think we can take this off here and maybe clean the burrs off and start fitting the handle. We gotta cut it up first though. It's still kind of in the form of a shovel handle. Cool. Looking good. I think I want to take these burrs off here though. Well, that looks bad now. I got scratches all over. Oh. Put the cork belt back on here. See if that'll fix it. I think we'll call that good, huh? Cut a chunk of wood out of the handle to make a handle. How about that?
That's good.
Made for metal, the blade is.
I don't think it cares.
Not really. Well, if you cut a bunch of wood and see it gets gummed up a little bit. All right, there's the handle of a handle. So I'm a little concerned about this, Josh. You have any guess on why I'm concerned about this wood?
Because it splinters easy, as we saw before.
Well, not necessarily that. The range of growth are really wide and coarse. There's all these really soft, spongy lines in the wood, and it's just kind of porous. Not really my favorite thing in the world, but I think we should still make a pretty good handle out of it. It could be stabilized, but we ain't got time for that. Also, I would like the handle material to be a little fatter back here so we can give it a good sized butt. Derriere.
Did you say give it a good size butt?
Yeah, we don't want it to look like a shovel handle when we're done. So I'm thinking something about like this.
It's like a handle to me.
We gotta drill holes in this way and stick that end in. I'm gonna mark out where we're gonna drill the holes. So I think what we're gonna do is probably get the handle to fit on there real close, and we'll probably heat the tang up and burn it on the rest of the way. That should give it a nice snug fit. That's probably, I cut this a little extra long. When we're done, we'll probably cut it off a bit shorter. So this is kind of the difficult part of doing a hidden tang, is hiding the tang. So our tang thickness up by the ricasso is 205 thousandths thick, give or take. So we want a drill bit, it's a little bit smaller than that. Wow, I just grabbed that right out. It's 5 thousandths under. We want more. We want it smaller than 5 thousandths under though. You can always make the hole bigger, but you can't make it smaller. I think we'll go with this one. We're gonna drill a series of holes and then connect them with the drill bit.
The drill brit.
We're going to drill
The drill brit.
We're drilling a series of holes, and then we're going to connect them with the drill bit.
Okay.
Maybe like one more hole here. All right, now I need to get a long drill bit and drill in there further, because this one only went down like to there. We got to go all the way down to here. And I don't remember, oh, there it is.
Why didn't we start with a long drill bit?
This won't go down far enough to let it fit in there. That'll work. It's even pretty close to the same size, maybe a size bigger.
Is it okay if it goes a little past?
Just a little bit.
Otherwise the holes will be coming out once you sand it.
Yep.
How many times have you done that?
A couple times. I'm a little worried that I got the hole too close to the edge back here. That's normally where you get it too close, right here. Actually, I think I've only done it once. I ground the handle and I saw this weird thing. I thought it was a pocket of sap inside the handle and told my customer that it was sap. But I later realized it was epoxy and the tang hole showing through. I genuinely didn't realize at the time though. Actually, my customer was you because I sold you the knife.
It was that knife.
And then I bought it back from you later. So I still have it.
Man, that was like one of your first knives.
It was like my 6th or 7th, I think.
Can I buy it back?
Yeah,
How much?
$5,000 since it's the 5th one. Now I'm gonna try to connect the holes a little bit. I'm gonna use this shorter bit first because I don't want to break this bit. Do this, just kind of push the bit sideways. It kind of just eats through there a little bit, kind of like a mill bit. Just wriggle it around, making good progress. That's as far as that'll reach in there.
But then I won one from a chili competition. All right, bro, what are we doing now?
Trying to get this knife to fit in there pretty close, and then we'll burn it in the rest of the way, which we're pretty much there. I think I want to grind this a little bit so it fits up against their flat when we burn it, or get it closer at least. That's too dull cut wood. I think we're ready to burn it on and see if it'll slide up on there the rest of the way. Crack. Clamp it in there nice and secure. Put my big boy gloves on.
Oxygen,
Propylene.
and fire. Wah.
Oh, that's so cool. Don't want to leave it in there too long because we don't want it too much heat to get in the wood, could damage the structure or something. I don't know. That's really close. Get a nice snug fit this way. Wow, I guess I got that angle just about perfect, huh? We don't want the edge to get hot, because if we get the edge hot, it'll soften it. So I'm paying careful attention not to get the edge hot right here. That heat's starting to creep down further than I like it. Oop. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of it in the bar. Do not want the edge to get that color in it, that dark blue color. That means it got too hot. I would like to burn that in there a little bit further so it's like inlaid. Puppy up one more time. We want to let this part naturally cool down so it doesn't harden too much and break. Like we don't want to put it in water or anything. It could quench it too quickly. It's okay though to let the metal suck the heat out right here. It's looking good. So once this cools down a little bit more, cool it off in water, and then go back to the cork belt and the buffer and clean all this coloration off of here. And then we can glue the blade into the handle. Also, we might want to sand this face a little bit, just to get a little bit smoother. In fact, let's do that while this is cooling. All right. Oh, that's a little bit warm. Feel that? I know one of these days I'm gonna have my face a little too close to this thing and whack it. Maybe a little 320 grit. Get my scissors out. Oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. See this little pocket? The blade fits right in there, so it's like, it'll have a super nice tight fit. It's gonna be amazing. Should we stain this wood maybe a light brown too to make it more interesting? I think we should. So we should go ahead and stain the end of this now because it'll be hard, might be hard to get it later. I'd say that's a pretty nice finish. How about British tan? We'll use some leather dye. Oh yeah, that's gonna make it look nice.
How long will it take to neutralize it?
Neutralize what?
The wood.
Stabilize?
Yeah.
Probably it would need to go in a vacuum chamber like this right here. Here's a bunch of ivory that I've got stabilizing right now. So if we wanted to do it with the wood, you would put it in this jar of high-grade polyurethane and turn on this vacuum pump and have it under vacuum for about a day or so. And then it would need to dry for at least a week or two before you could use it. See the bubbles? I have it in this bucket just in case it decides to blow up or implode. Hang on, there's a brown recluse back here.
Has that happened before?
I'm gonna kill them buggers when I see them. I think, how do you like this color? I think that'll make it look real nice.
That's cool.
So it's not so light. All right, put the lid back on here. I just picked up some new epoxy. 5 minutes, we gotta be quick, but this is some pretty good stuff that I really like using. JB Weld brand. Get everything ready for the blade while it's cooling. Get a little cup to mix it up in. Also, I wanna lightly scrape the inside of the wood. So this is a brooch. This is a brooch that I made, and it's just got a little cutter on here for scraping out wood, and you can connect the holes and stuff with this. So I want to scrape out some of the inside because we burned it and it's just like charcoal. So the glue won't stick to it very good, you know, it'll let go. But if we scrape out that charcoal, it'll give the glue, or the epoxy rather, some nice solid wood to stick to. Don't need much, just a little bit. Just need to scrape out a little bit until we get some nice wood coming out. I got most all the color taken off here. It looks like I still see a little bit that I almost feel like I should go take off. Maybe not. Anyway, oil the blade down. We're gonna do a dry fit, clamp it all up and make sure the handle all goes on good. And if it still fits up nice, we'll go ahead and epoxy it on. Guess I can take my earplugs off now, huh? Oh, that's better. All right, so this is my clamping handles on jigger thingamajigger hooga what's it call it? Oh, like a glove. Oh man. So now I put this in here, and then I clamp this board down, and it holds the handle firmly against the blade. Just want to get it all close to where we want it, so we don't have to think later. All right, let's go epoxy it on. I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna not use that one. We're gonna use some even better stuff called West System.
What made you change your mind?
I'd like more time to work with it. This one sets up in 5 minutes. This one takes about 10 or 15 hours to set up. Wow. Give us a little more time. It's a better epoxy too. So we want 1 pump of that, and then 1 pump of this. Oh. I better give it a little extra since that splattered out. I think it's like 1/3 this and 2/3 this quantity. It's not like your normal 50-50 stuff. Let me find my mixing screwdriver. It's turning a little brown since it's so old. It used to be white. This stuff's lasted me many years. I want to clean off the tang with acetone so the epoxy will stick to it better.
Is that kind of like brake cleaner?
Yeah, except it doesn't leave a residue. Get all the oils off here.
So it dries up pretty fast?
Yep. Set that there. Let's put some rebar into the epoxy to make it even stronger. So this is colloidal silica. It's a really fine like stuff you don't want to breathe. You can put it in the epoxy and it kind of acts like rebar inside of concrete. Put a little bit in there, not too much, it'll make it really stiff and we'll have a hard time getting it down in the tang hole. You want to mix this stuff up really well. It's nice and thin because of how hot it is today, which will make it easier for us. All right, let's fill her up. Probably do this over the trash can and probably end up making a mess. I try to pour it down one side so it'll run all the way to the bottom. If you pour too much in it once, it'll kind of plug up and there'll be an air pocket at the bottom so it can't get down there. But if you let air get out, then it'll go all the way down and fill it up completely. So hopefully we get a really good contact with the blade. Something else that I think I'll do is we'll take the blade and some onto the tang just to make sure there's absolute contact everywhere. This can be a little messy here. Get a paper towel ready, let all the excess come out. And get it on there.
clean it up now, right? Once it hardens, it's gonna be pretty tough, eh?
Yeah, but we get lots of time to clean it up because I use this epoxy. The other epoxy though, I've actually had it set before I had the handle on all the way on a hot day. So clean it up a little bit, we'll clean it up more after we put it in this jig. Stick it in there. Get a crescent wrench, or crescent as they're formerly known. Tighten it down a little bit. The blade will slide down because it's just kind of held in there with friction, but it's actually putting quite a bit of pressure on the blade. I hear things popping and crackling, which is scaring me a little bit. Okay, now we can go over there and clean it up well. Careful of this. Now I just want some Q-tips. Little WD-40. Just come in here and get it all cleaned up. Go up the blade a little bit in case some got up there.
That stains like a reddish color.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Might put some tung oil on the handle, make it have a really nice finish. We can even do a CA glue, super glue finish. Be super durable and shiny.
Super glue finish?
Yeah.
Really, with super glue?
Lots of layers of super glue. Make a big thick coating and the handle will look like glass over wood.
Really? Super glue?
Yep.
Huh. They don't got some special stain or something? Just super glue?
Super glue. Super glue to the rescue. Interesting indeed. Maybe one more Q-tip and we'll be set.
Get it? Set? Because we're setting the handle.
I'm gonna get all the epoxy off that's showing. I am super proud of this piece. And that handle fit, the first time I've ever fit a handle on here with no space or anything, wood directly onto the blade. I'm super proud of how tight it fits. Just as tight as my other high-end custom knives that aren't made from shovels. Go over it all again, double, triple check, maybe hit the blade with just a little bit more. Don't want it to rust while it's in here. All right, that's it. We'll be back with handle shaping next time. Stay tuned.